How do. Right, okay, so here we're going to have a look in the box and see what it's all about. So I think my camera's a bit pissed. There we go. That's straight enough. Right, so there we are. So we have Academy's new UH-1 Venom. Now, there's something rather clever that said Academy have done with this kit. And the clue is there, that helicopter. So, without further ado, let's get in a box and see what the silly old sod's talking about. So, right, now, I've had to take some of the bags away because I think I showed in the other video where they'd burst and marked things. Like I said, there's a bloody hole there. There's all scratch marks here where something was, and the lid's all dented in. So that's the clear sprue, so we can see that's gin clear, just looking through the plastic there and what have you. So we'll put that to one side. We'll get rid of this for a minute. And then we've got all the sprues. So, before I forget, get carried away, or anything else, here's the clever bit. It's the first sprue. So when I picked this sprue up, and it's not the only sprue in this kit, I thought to myself, something's a bit odd. So let's just put this to one side. As a matter of fact, that's right over there. No, we'll have to go there for the time being. So something's a little bit odd, but the clue was in the picture on the front of the box. So the odd thing is, when I got this kit, and this was the first sprue on top of the box, and I pulled it out, was I thought to myself, what the hell's that? And Huey doesn't have wings. So I thought, well, that's a bit strange. Anyway, never thought any more of it and carried on through the box, looking through it and making sure it was all intact, and its bits were all broken off and blah, blah, including that bit. So, and this bit's broken as well, by the way, but I just haven't bothered to clip it off because you don't need it. And then yesterday I was looking for it again, and I said to Steve of London, so Steve-O I'm going to call him, lovely chap, smashing bloke. Steve, I know he will be watching this, so this is the clever bit. Academy have saved money. Because down here, let's see if I can get you right in here. Look at that, UH-1Y. So what they've done is they've used sprues from the UH-1Y, where said that piece there and this piece here and these bits here are all the same on the back end of a UH-1. How clever is that? Because you use this bit, you don't use these bits. And you use these bits, these bits, and those bits. I don't know about that bit because I haven't seen that. But, so there you are. An UH-1Y Cobra, yeah, or whatever it's called. I don't know what the new one's called. Well, it's just still a Cobra to me. So that's the body to the Cobra. That's the wings to the Cobra. This is the tail fin. That's the tail boom to the Cobra. And these are the jets to the Cobra. But they all work with said UH-1. So without further ado, let's have a look at the rest of the kit. So we'll put this over here. So obviously the glass isn't from them. I'll let you know when we come up to the next bit that's as is. So this one's, as you can see there, UH-1Y. So this is to do with the Huey, because these are the little fins that you get on the Huey. And so what else you've got here is a back part of the fuselage inside, I think. And then you've got bits to the rotor. Two styles of rotor. This has got to be the main rotor, this. Because one is, this one here is curved down, that one's dead straight. So I presume the dead straight one is when you have all the rotors open. The bent one is for when the yeah, because they're slightly angled. I don't know, it's all the same. Is when the rotors are folded. I could be wrong. This could be because I don't know whether the Huey has rotor blades that curl over when it's set still. I think it does. In case that could be that, and that could be for when it's whizzing up, or whatever you want to call it, starting up. Whizzing up sounds good. So then we're on to the next sprue. This one again is the Huey as well. So we got some, and I've got a bit of glare on my phone. Oh, and by the way, I am getting a new phone, so hopefully this issue I've got with this zooming in crap on this one, although I was kindly told by Steve-O yesterday that it does work, but it's a bit delayed. Well, I'm a bit delayed, so we don't want two of us, do we? No. So anyway, there's the two seats, there's the seat backs, this is your cockpit, that's the shroud, that's the instrument panel around the front, these are the two skids outside, that's the bottom, this is the top of the bonnet, and you've got some engine covers, some bits to go in the cockpit, the top part of the cockpit. I presume these are the two walls that sit round in the back, and as well as that bit goes in between them two. And then you've got your legs that hold the skids. So, and these are cockpit parts here as well. Yeah, so it looks all pretty funky. Although where the bloody other, pardon me, where the bloody other throttles are, I don't know. Normally the throttles are on the roof, but doesn't seem to be anything. But it looks like two throttles that resemble them there. Not there, there. I mean, I don't know. There's your cockpit part there, and then your dashboard there. Looks pretty nifty. It has got decals for the big screens. I don't know about the little screens. Probably has, just me. I haven't looked properly, but the detail you get on the things here is quite something. Especially when you look at, that's the top part of the cockpit, and then you got these two, which are the sidewalls. Looking at some rivet detail and everything there. And then I do believe this is the inside of the cockpit. I don't know. No, it could be the inside of the rear fuselage. That bits of it. We'll find out in the instructions, because I know this is all the framework for the. I think I don't know whether they had a pizza rack the same as the MH53s. You know, only snapped off there, and then there's your bonnet. Look at that. It's nice. And then your underside. Yeah, baby. Superb. Anyway, that's that sprue. And it's got some nice detail on the, actually, on the skids. So look, when you look on the underside of the skids going right up to the back. And then the other side. Yeah, it's quite something. So that's that sprue. Lucky enough there isn't too many sprues in this kit. Oh, that's the wrong one. And then we've got this one. So this again, and I mean again, you know, no, number two. I mean, look at that for a roof. You could add to that quite easily. Add detail to that. And then you've got your floor plan. So there's the front cockpit pit. And then the rest of it, and then that's that bit where that bit of surround goes, and then underneath there's a circle that goes underneath, and then there's a back wall, and then you've got your roof bits there. Roof bits? They're not, well, they go on the roof. They're not roof bits. They are like the cowlings for the main part of the top, for the engines and stuff. And I think the engines sit back here somewhere. And again, we've got UH-1 on there. So that's a UH-1 sprue. Yeah, we're still on the UH-1 sprue. Might not be on the next one though. So again, we're here, and you've got your intakes, exhausts, intakes, side doors, front, side doors on the side. Then your inner front doors and your front doors, windscreen wipers. These are like the arms for holding the rocket pods and stuff, and that's to do with them as well. That's to do with the underside, that's to do with the underside. That's the rails that you get that protect the cockpit from the A-frame. And there's your rotor. Your rotor head sits on top of that lot. There you've got some little electronic countermeasure things there and there. Searchlight. Yeah, another one there, 2 different types. So let's go in a bit and have a look. So there you go, there's your doors and stuff. And as we come down, then you've got your sat-nav aerial there by the looks of things. And your intakes and your FLIR system there. Inner door, outer door, UH-1 on the E plate. There's your doors, your wipers, your front doors. Find the exhaust, and with the intakes being here. So all in all, is that's your full sprues to do with the helicopter. And then I think the last sprues are doubles. So we'll have a look at one, we'll have a look at the other. So one of them is this one. And this is the UH-1 sprue. So you've got your closed blades there. And the blade holders, the framework that holds the blades steady while in transit. These are all chairs, so this is all your seating there. That's your collective. Or side click as they call it. Where's the joystick then? I haven't seen them yet. No, there's the side one. Definitely haven't seen it on any. Oh, there it is, there. There's your joystick there. That's your main stick, that's your side collective. So they've got those there. Turbine blades for the front. So again, let's have a little looky. Sorry, that's me ticking. Not everyone hears that, but if you do hear it, it's me. Yeah, fucking autism, I tell you. At least I can laugh about it, eh? I haven't got Tourette's, so no, not that bad. So I'm not like that Turkish dude on Instagram who, I don't know, he keeps doing his signing of the cross or whatever on himself. It was a new tick, but it was funny. Yeah, so then you got some little tie down links there as well, and all shoes. There's a bit broken off here. What's this? Oh, I know what that is. That's to do with the minigun, because that's the sight on top. And then these are bars or pipes that go around the front. There's a seat cushion. Don't know what that is either. Probably something to do with the bush gun. And I think even that has got a hole in it where it's been slide moulded to a degree. So yeah, so that's that sprue. And then your other double sprue is, so let's get them all out. So that's the other one to that one. So you come with 2 of them, and then you get this one. So they're both the same, but we'll move it aside. So then you get this one, and this one says UH-1Y. So you get all the weapons, because that was the other thing that threw me, is I thought, I'd never seen a UH-1 carrying a sidewinder. An AIM-9, but there's a straight blade. There's a bit of head broken off and all. I don't know what's hit this thing, but it's all cracked. Well, at least it's not the parts, so we're not worried about that. But yeah, it's all broken. Mind you, a lot of plastic's gone a bit thin there anyway. Slide moulded rocket pods and stuff. I don't know what these. These are. My God, if these are the rear rotor blades, oh yeah, they probably are. They've been slide moulded, but they're well. I say they're well thick, but they're not. They're actually quite thin. Wow. Academy. Very nice, and the jet there. So, depending on how this edge goes in, that's thin enough. But I mean, I can thin it out a bit more if that's got to show, because it would actually be a lot thinner than that. But that's just for me. No one else has to do it. You don't have to copy me on that one. And then you got your these things here. I can't remember what they're called. Oh God. Anyway, the rockets that the Apache carried, obviously this either carried similar or the same. And there's the rack to go with it, and the little clasps that are there, the fronts and the rears of the little middle rocket pod, or the little rocket pod, because it's only got two, hasn't it? Yeah. And there's the large one there, and the small one there, so small, large. And these are the brackets for the blades, so they go on the other side. Yep, there. Oh, right, no wonder it broke. There's a bloody air pocket in them all. Oh, well, never mind. So, yeah, and then you get a couple of aerial, and then the sidewinder fins and the after fins, they're the front fins, and then a couple of aerials. There's one there. Looks like one there as well. I'm in the seat. So yeah, that's that. And then I'm hearing you say, yeah, but hang on a minute, there's a bit missing. There's more than one bit missing, two bits missing. And here they are. Because they're all rolling around loose, so I thought, right, I'd just take this together, and this was the other bit that had broken off. So that just sits on there, like that. And who'd have thought that there was from the UH-1Y? And it's slide moulded, so it's all one piece, so you don't lose any of your. There's no seam lines, there's nothing. You don't lose any detail. And then you got your helicopter here. So let's have a look. So, oh, look at the detail on that. Kind of how I'm going to get away with this joint, I don't know. It's the same as those kinetic helicopters. And you think to yourself, oh, whoa. But that could be, I mean, it's pretty flush. If you get a sander and sand that flat, it'll butt together, and you probably won't have to do anything with it. Just put a bit of, the top one doesn't matter because that gets covered up. But I mean, look at the side and the bottom for detail. It's unbelievable. And then it's the same with the boom. So you got all your side down, and there's obviously where bits and bobs go. I don't know where bits and bobs going. And again, so the aerials also. There's only one aerial to go on it. The other side of the chaff flare dispenser, all the rivetings raised, which is why you can hear it. And then your top part is all smooth. Yeah, look at that. And then that eventually, well, it actually goes together quite quick according to the plans. That will sit on there. And then you'll have your tail on there. No, you don't say. You think we are all thick? No. No. Just saying. So, you get 2 manuals and a paint manual. So, what you get here is your first manual opens up like that. And it gives you the map where all the masks go, because you get a mask set with it. Then you get your PE set, and it'll show you where bits of the PE go on the fuselage. I don't know whether there's anything interior-wise, PE. I can't see anything to hand here. Now, what I have done is so the paint call-outs they give you are for Humbrol, GSI Creos, which is Mr. Colour or Mr. Hobby, Life Colour, Testers, Revel and Vallejo, AK, and then their main colour, whatever that is in Korea. So I use Mr. Colour, and so I've written it down, so there's not much. The whole interior is black. So most of it's 33, but there's a odd few bits where... oh God, where are they? They are here somewhere. They're there. So silver. So it's number 8. So most of this is black. And that includes all this. It says here that I've written it down. All flat black. A whole lot. Do you know what I'll do it in? Mr. Surfacer, 1500 black. There you go. Just thin some of that down. Whack it on. And then go from there and then do all your weathering. After that. The entire section painted flat black. Then you turn over. Here we are again. The centre cubicle going into the 2 fuselage halves. And whatever that is. Don't know. Don't have to put that in right now, I wouldn't have thought, but it's saying do it. Then you get all your nose section and your roof bits going on, windscreen, intakes, turbine fans on the back, then your skids, your searchlight or your headlight, whatever you want to call that, landing light, and a few other bits and bobs going on. And then you turn over again, and then you got your jets. So basically this first manual is about putting the whole helicopter together. And then tail, and then the boom, and your winglets, so they go on the tail section. And then you've got like your electronic countermeasure bits going on there on the tail. Yeah. Well, that's that one. And then manual 2 is your doors. All your doors, front and back, side and side, port and starboard. And then you open it up, and then it gives you all your weapons in this section, your bits and bobs and your tail rotor in this section. Now, does it say anything about that? Oh, no, it'll be on that one. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Right. Okay. So that's your tail rotor, separate from your main rotor. And then your main rotor, there you go. That's right. So the bent one is for the folded and the straight one is for the spread out like that. And then your folded one like that. So that's what that's for. And then you turn over and then you just stick the thing on and that's it on with the thing. But before you do any of that, you'd need to paint the whole thing first. And then the last bit is your sprue mat and what you get in the kit. And then there it says unused parts and it goes B and C and gives you all the numbers of the unused parts there. But other than that, that's that section. So that's that section though. And then finally you get onto the last section, the last manual. I don't know which one's number one. So this all. Right, okay, so where's it going? Right, this is it. So this is the size you want to look at. So you get this one, which is from the HMLA 469 Miramar 2019. And then you get this one, which is the same again, but from 2017. Just a different aircraft number. So you get that one first. Let's have a look here. And then this one. Then you get this one, which is HMLA 369 in 2020. It's got some sort of Korean or Japanese writing on it. Then that's your stencils there, and then flick it over, whoops, and then you get the rest of your stencils on the other side. Your stencils on the front and top and the blades, if there is any, which there isn't. But it's giving you blade call-out colours, which I've not written down because I'm not that far into it. And then you get another one here, which is all HMLA 169, but you get from 2017. But you get a choice of 3 aircraft for that one, which is pretty good game. And then finally, the final one, just bloody turn, who's it? And then finally, the last one is HMLA 267, which is the one I'll be doing, from Miramar 2017. And that's that one, uses just the one aeroplane on that one. But I like the look of the little ace of spades. I don't know where I can get right in there. Where is he? There he is. That and the ace of spades on the top there as well. And the fact that it's got a black patch there. And yeah, and then he goes on top of the nose. And you got the same again the other side. So yeah, no, hand on the tail. Bloody hell, I didn't realise that. But there's no face on these. Don't quite know what that is, but there we go. So yeah, so there we are. That's that. And that's it. And where's the oh, there they are there. Right, let's knock everything again. No, hang on, let me go that way. So this is the decal sheet, as you can see. Yep, we've got, let's just have a look here. So we've got some instrument panel screens there, and then all your stencil. So badges and stuff. Looks like one of them toys from years ago. What were they called? Trolls, weren't they? With the pointy hairdo. All the kids used to have. All the kids used to have. I was a kid at the time when they were about. I think you didn't even see them anymore. Anyway, that's that lot. And then flick over, and then you've got your mask there. And then again, there's your tin. Oh, fidgeting. And there's your tin for it. So there's not a lot of it, but there's enough. And yeah, and then your masks. They seem to be all pre-cut, look. You can see them there. You see them better with the camera than you can with the naked eye. But they are on there, and yeah, and that's where they are. So, at the end of the day, what a kit. Oop, swing him back. Yes. So, what a kit that is. Very nice, brand new, new tooled. saved money by using parts out of that, which they know they can do. And there it is. So, on that note, it's don't forget, well, I'll be at Telford Saturday with a small crowd. So, yeah, come say hello. In the meantime, take care. Easy on the modelling. Enjoy life. See you soon, guys. Teddy buys.